Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I want to present about the disease. So my title presentation is the white root disease in rubber plantation for subject AGR 514. My name is Adam bin Zakaria and my student ID 2020956374. Class form 220 EE. So my lecturer name is Fatimini Katini binti Cik Muhammad Ramli. Okay, so let's go to the introduction. So introduction, white root disease caused by the fungus Vegetaporus multiporus is one of the most important diseases in rubber plants. The financial loss due to this disease is very high, especially in smallholder rubber plantation. So detection will be more effective and economically viable than proactive approach. The yearly detection of white rose disease symptom is still difficult to pick up. Observation of this symptom is the first method to identify plants primarily for young plants. The plant canopy color change indicator indicate that the pathogen effect has already reached the every stage. So today I want to talk about the white root disease is one of the disease at the rubber plantation. Okay. So that's why I choose the major crop. I choose the rubber plantation. So next we go to the talk about the disease. So the white rose disease caused by Ligoporus micropus overall is the most destructive food disease in rubber plantation. The mature rubber plant can be affected as a result of root contact with infected stump or root tuberous of the previous rubber plantation. While mature tree are infected due to root contact which infected root of adjoining tree. The fungus infect a wide range of trees, including the coffee, cocoa, the Alastonian canyon. Alright, so this is about the disease. So we go to talk about the symptom the disease, white root disease. Okay, so we go to the symptom. First, the symptom only of infected rubber tree develop a slightly of green discoloration, losing rosy appearance, which eventually turn to yellowy. So we can see the symptom first. The rubber tree can eventually turn to yellowish. So the mature leaves thereafter become leathery and curve downward and back late. At later stage, leaves become orange brownish and fall off, causing dieback after infected tree. So the farmer can see the leaves become orange brownish, and you can see the fall causing dieback. So next we go to the in some case infected tree flower premature of during the off season, eventually production pods before the dieback. However, the regular flowering of some clones may confuse the disease identification. The infection on root and of the color region of infected tree can be seen as thick white strand of Bacillia which can turn to become a cream color. So now we go to the symptom. Next symptom. The root of affected root can be seen as in color and soft as the lining has been casted of the fungus. Alright. So the wood, all farmers can see the effective wood can be seen as clean color and soft. As the legume, this is famous symptom you can see as the legume has been detected by the fungus. Okay? The part underneath the infected area of the color region become reddish brown and tissue are deep. Right. So during the advanced stage of the disease, first precipitation developed in abundance at the ground level of the ground. So abundant at the ground level of the ground. There are semi-circular bracket constantly zoom round at the horizontal front to color area from export infected. When fresh, the upper surface is yellow with print, with pale yellow margin, and the lower surface is black orange heavy thin cross. So next we go to the management practice for controlling the disease. So how to manage the virus disease, how to control. Okay. So the first we must make the we go to the precaution precaution to be taken during uprooting the old stem and land preparation. Right. So before uprooting, the work kick out the infected flesh, incorporating 3 to 4 very effective adjoining tree using virtual boundaries such as brought by marking on them or using concrete board. And second, remove all infected from remote this uh, area as much as possible, uh, particularly from the tree boundary, the branch and remove them from the tree. Right. So lastly, do not cut large hedgerows to facilitate uprooting tree. Never root infected stump to lower slope as introduce the pathogen to area free of the disease. Right. So next we go to the precaution to be taken during replanting. Okay, first, change the planting point and interval distance between replanting is help to reduce the incidence of the disease. Is will taken this will take a longer take time for root of new plants to contact the foreign infected root if any. Next, establish a cover crop such as a Barilla Vosciolabis is as it helps in the rapid decay of remaining group. Okay? So to spread informs the goal of security organisms and exhausts the hook reserve of potentially dangerous influence. Member establish the cover crop vacuna as these cover crop is infected by Vigilivorous microporous, and it could be heavily influent in its deep and extensive root system. Right. So when we planting, a democratic risk mix about 140 grams of support into the soil around the plant, leaving a gap of 50 cm from the base of the plant, since support can first can the wood resulting in the of arm, it will be a crochet, right? Support is added to the planting hole about 1 to 2 miles prior to the planting. Okay, so next we go to the precaution to be taken after planting. Rubber plant established within privileged infected areas should be affected frequently by exposing root and observation foliar symptom. A fungicide should be applied immediately for affected plant. Affected plant having more than 50% of deep color should be approved and remove the infected debris, including their source of infection. For no reason, the affected lobe or road debris should be left in the field. Seeing the cover crop and joining hereditary can be also affected in contact with such debris. Thereafter, a man about 200 grams will fall to the is became a hole and mix the soil. Only after tomorrow a new plant can be established at this point. Right. So we go to the disease control by applying fungicide. Okay. So the white root disease can be diminished by applying a systemic fungicide if detected before the least symptoms are visible. By regular inspection of point of plant in the risk area, the infection can be identified at very early stage and enabling the chemical control. In sector 3, having more than 50%, active color can be recovered by applying systemic fungicide. Fungicide should be applied during early morning exhaustion training day. Lastly, we go to disease control by fungicide is the soil around the collar area should be also be removed uh, to facilitate the absorption. Systemic fungicide, provisional Fluconazole and hexaconazole are recommended to control the disease. Seeing much of the pesticide of autopsy, it is always advisable to wear protective clothes, clothing, glove, and a mask or to equality when applying. So, wear the PPE. So, it is not advisable to consume any food during the application of iodine. Alright, so that's why from me, Adam Sakara to present about uh, the white root disease in rubber plantation was subject in PR 114. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.